Oh, good day, good day. I've been in meetings since 9:30 this morning, and it is currently, I think my last meeting ended at like 1:20 something. As far as update on that, sadly, the guy that's doing the concrete has a bit of a problem. I won't go into it because it was personally shared with me, but you got to get another concrete guy. So that's on hold, and hopefully we can get certain things sped up or whatever. Some things are good about it. Some things are bad in terms of things I want to do and changes that I have to make with the building. Essentially with the building, of course, it's 30 foot by 75 foot. I'm actually going to put a separator wall in between because I have to move the doors around. But I'm going to put a separator wall between the car portion and the rest of the garage. And what that's going to be nice is it's going to make insulating the whole spot a lot cheaper. So I don't have to do the whole building. I'll just have to do that one section is what I'm planning on doing. If I want to do the whole building, I guess I can, but I don't think it'll be necessary for, like, say, tractor equipment or something like that, because you can leave that shit outside. ATVs, you can leave them shits outside. You know, the cars, I want to insulate that area to make it a little bit cooler or more temperature controlled because of leather and all this other stuff, especially if I get like nicer cars. I might, honestly, one more car that I would get and it would be like an Aston Martin or something like that. But with the way I have everything situated and me not paying these vehicles off, I may never get that, or I'm just going to have to like cut down buy one vehicle and just ride around an Aston Martin all the fucking time or some shit just to make it work for everything that I have going on. Financially. So that's what I got to deal with that. Everything else is good. But one thing I want to talk about today is like the lack of care in dating when you're like, say, 40 plus or something like that. Let me just fucking hit this dog. Hey, don't do this. I told you no already. Look at this shit, man. Fucking asshole. That's like the string that they're using, but the guy, you know, he's been out there for a while, so it shouldn't have been there that long anyway. The lack of care, and I've lost a little bit of this because I've been in meetings all day. But somebody I know, she just got into like a car accident, and one of the things, and this is one of the reasons why you want to quote unquote build with someone, get with someone earlier in life and things like that, because you can build, and then also there's the hormones and feelings that you have that are quote unquote new that you feel for that person earlier on in life. But at 40, at 35 plus 40, we see it in dating as it is now. Especially if you still date in this country. I know I get a lot of a lot of comments where it's just like, man, sometimes it's just cool to see you guys that are still dating in America, what you do. And I'm like, all right, man, y'all ain't got to say that. I forgot who said that, but I didn't take any offense to it. I laughed and I was like, I know what you're saying, because the person's right. Yeah, one of the things is like, if you're still quote unquote dating someone or dating in America or anything else like that, or dating period, after like 30, actually after 35, when you're getting closer and closer to 40 and you're 40 plus, that shit don't really matter. Like all the, if a person called you and said, hey, listen, I'm having this problem and all this other stuff. All right, I'll listen to you. But me, in a sense, caring more than just listening to you. Like, for instance, if a chick, the usual finesse, it was like, oh, man, I got to pay my electric bill and all this other stuff. And this woman did not do that. But she's like, I got to pay if the person said, like, if I got to pay my electric bill and, this is late and all this other stuff. Now I'm like, oh, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. So how else is your day going? I just told you I have to pay my electric. Oh, okay. Because at some point you just be like, you just can't complain like you did before. Like at some point, especially even for women, like you're just another dude at this point, right? Like you're just another dude. You're just like, oh, okay, well, all right, my nigga, like I hope you get that together, because if somebody looks at a man, right, and the man has something that he has to do or something like that, or he has a problem that needs to be solved, they're going to look at him like, hey man, let me know when that's done, or even if you can you fit me in, get my stuff done before you fix your own fucking problems in your life. Like people just don't fucking care. Like 40 plus, whatever, like 35, whatever. Like, people just care less and less, if at all, you know, later on in life. It doesn't, you don't hear it. Like, you know, or the care that you once had is just not there. Like, sadly, this person I'm talking about, she got into a car accident. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm not on some like, all right, I mean, what that mouth do? It's more or less like, oh man, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, you know, like you have to pay the deductible. Okay, sounds like you have an adult thing to handle. And she didn't ask me for anything, she's just venting. But I'm just saying, in my head, I was like, oh, okay, cool. What else is going on? Like, that's how I felt in my head, because she wasn't asking me. And I was like, you know, if she did, I mean, I couldn't do nothing for you, because I'm just, we're not together like that. Hold on, let's go put the phone down. Hold on, be right there. Hold on. Keep holding. Ugh. Sorry, I had to tie my pants because I don't want them to fall and my neighbor's outside. But it's just like, you know, at some point you'd be like, man, I'm sorry to hear that. It seems that you as an adult is having an issue. Okay. So my point of this is, if people want this type of care, access, what have you, care, access, you know, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to put in work early. Otherwise, it really won't. Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, that's nice. It really won't matter. Like, it means absolutely nothing. Hey, ma'am. Hey, Mr. Jude, how are you? You're what? You're 5 now? When did that happen? Okay, congratulations. Happy belated birthday. Yeah, it's my neighbor and her grandson. Bye, Mr. Jude. He is so cute, so manageable. But yeah, so you don't, it's not like you really care all that much, you know, or it's not a surprise. It's not some type of like thing that you're going to be like, oh, well, you know, hey, how can I help? And like, you're just not going to offer help to another adult, whether it's man or woman. It's like, all right, yeah, damn, you're having an adult problem. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, and even if the person's like, well, you didn't even offer to help, you know, I did this and this, and it's like, no, listen, man, I just met you a couple days ago. Although I'm sorry to hear that, you know, if you don't want to talk to me no more, I totally understand, but I'm not helping you. Like, what is me helping you, like, at this stage? Like, does that, you mean you automatically want to get my help? Like, come on now. So, sorry. I had to do that. Oh, hell no. I missed the freaking garbage pickup. Damn it. All right. Anyways. So, as I was saying, like, what is expected after a certain age? Like, a lot of that stuff falls off. There is no, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to go out and do this for you. There's a lot more. And I guess something that I'm kind of like just gleaming from this conversation. I hope you guys are playing this at 2x with all the other stuff that I've been doing around. But, you know, there's going to be a lot more in terms of hurdles or expectations or levels that you're going to have to reach before the person comes to you and says, hey, you know, I'll offer to do that. Like, even the same woman, I remember when we first met, I didn't even pay for, you know, the food that she was having, because I just met her at the restaurant while I was there. She came separately. So it's not like we was on a date or nothing, but it's just like, I just watched her pay for her food, and I was like, all right, cool. You still got my jacket. Let me just get that up off you. You know, it is what it is. But one thing I also noticed, and this is something that I've heard in different ways before, where older women, they just expect less. Like, they really do expect less. And I mean, honestly, well, actually, older women that like you, put it like that, they just expect less. And I was just like, wow, okay, this is pretty cool. I don't have to do all this stuff, jumping through hoops. But that's one of the things that you see even when you're talking with somebody that actually does like you. There's stuff like that. So hey, I told you about, hey, don't sniff me. I'm not one of your dog friends. Don't be sniffing me. You be sniffing me too much. Back up. So, yeah, that's one thing I noticed. And I thought that was like a little bit on the odd side, right? Or sorry, no, I thought that was a little bit on the odd side in terms of my thought of, why, what's the point of, damn it, let me get my fucking thought back. I'm sorry. I thought it was a little bit on the odd side, or that was a thought that I had of like, what's the point? Like you don't have that level of, see, now there's a damn bus coming, like a damn plane or something. Yeah, I thought that was something that was a little bit odd in terms of my behavior, my thought process in terms of caring about certain things. Because usually I'd be like, well, hey, how much you need? Let me give you like $200 or something like that. Especially if it's somebody I like. Back in the day, I would just offer it, like way back in the day. I'm talking like early 20s, just coming out of high school type shit. But then I started to go like, well, I'd offer it if it was somebody that I knew and we had some type of relationship or some type of bond, right? But now it's just like, oh yeah, I know I hit on Sunday, but yeah, that sucks, man. That's tough. That is tough. Still coming over later on? like, damn. Oh, you ain't got no car. Yeah, okay. You ain't got no car. You want me to pick you up? It's really kind of just that bad. Like, just you get desensitized to that type of stuff. Like, you just don't care as much to do put in that same level of effort. And not because you don't like the person or anything else like that, but it's just like, bitch, I'm old, you old. I mean, if you ain't following Dave Ramsey, or if you're on hard times, you need to lean on your family, not, the person you just started talking with or messing with. Again, she did not do that. But what I'm noticing is at some point, you just look at another adult and you be like, oh, okay, so you have an adult issue and you need to resolve that. Cool. Holla at me when it's done. Anyways, that's all I got to say. I've already had too many interruptions, but that's pretty much, I could have probably had a lot shorter video as always. But yeah, thank you guys as always for listening. I appreciate you. Love you always. Drop a comment so we can just think about these things. And then I guess it's just something to ponder and think about. All right. Peace.